No mask, no service. We're talking to salons and businesses gearing up to open tomorrow.
An argument that turned deadly. Police say a stepfather shot and killed his 16-year-old stepson. I'm Ayana Crystal will tell you what happened coming up.
But first, let's take a live look at some ominous looking clouds just looming all over Lake Lanier. We are in storm mode today as we track the potential for some bad weather. Nothing severe, but enough to keep you awake and wonder what's going on and what could change over the next few hours. But we're going to get you through it. Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us at 4 o'clock. I'm Sean Gables.
And I'm Rick Fulber. I'm glad you're with us. And you saw those clouds. Scattered strong storms could develop at any moment this afternoon. The next round coming just hours after morning downpours knocked down trees and damaged power lines as well. And of course, we have team coverage today with 3 meteorologists tracking the chances for instability. Molly McCullum is standing by live right now with a look at wind damage in Polk County. We'll get to her in a moment. But first, let's get right out to our chief meteorologist, Jennifer Valdez, to pinpoint what's happening right now. Jen.
Yeah, and the worst is in South and Middle Georgia, and really that's where it's been all day. We've been tracking tornadoes that really skirted across the entire state, still seeing some tornadoes on the ground and some active tornado warnings in southeast Georgia. And the fact that we've had these strong storms to our south is good for us in North Georgia. This is sucking a lot of the energy away from those storms over our area. So right now, no severe weather over North Georgia, although there are some areas of heavy rain moving through northern Cherokee County into portions of Pickens County, Gilmer County, into Dawson County. No lightning here, but we are seeing some brief heavy downpours. The problem is we will get increasingly unstable here. The stability will go worse and worse here as we head into the afternoon. So as we become more unstable, as temperatures heat up, as those dew points heat up, these areas of rain, which is the actual warm front or cold front to our west, this will move in over that unstable air, and we could see some isolated severe storms. Temperatures are heating up. We want these to be as low as possible. The cooler it is, the lower the threat of severe weather. Still holding on to those mid-60s, which is good, but if we see those temperatures go up, if we get breaks in those clouds and we see that instability go up, could see some isolated severe weather through the rest of the afternoon and the evening. Biggest threats, damaging winds, hail, heavy rain. Again, right now we are stable, but we could get unstable as the afternoon progresses. We're watching these storms closely, and we'll have an update with team weather coverage coming up.
Well, we have rain right now moving into North Georgia, and we're keeping an eye out for any strong storms that could develop, of course. Barmel Lyons is in the COOLRAY road tracker. She's monitoring the changing conditions. And Barmel, tell us where you are. What are you seeing right now?
Well, Rick, let's take a look at the connector. As you can see, we're making our way along. We see some little clouds in the sky, but nothing that is really going to affect your commute right now. Cars making their way down the connector. We're going to continue keeping a cover on this weather as well as your commute. So stay tuned to CBS 46 for more. Back to you, Rick, in the studio.
All right, Barmel, thank you very much. And of course, we'll continue to track that. With all the rain that we've had lately, it doesn't take much for trees to come down. And one of the biggest was this one in Ackworth. Take a look at that. It took down power lines along with it. Until it was cleared, it blocked the intersection of New McKever and Hickory Grove Drive roads northwest. This tree blocked a major road in Sandy Springs, and it too brought down some power lines. Riverside Drive had to be closed at River North Parkway. Busy area.
Southwest Atlanta wasn't spared either. Take a look at this. This was another tree that came down on power lines on Maxwell Drive. Police cordoned it off with a squad car and crime tape. It knocked out power for 201 customers. And people in Northwest Atlanta saw damage as well. This on Paul Avenue. There was an uprooted tree, large branches that took down power lines as it fell. Georgia Power was there working to restore electricity. You'll want to have the powerful CBS 46 app on hand today as we watch for those strong storms. Download it for free to get weather and traffic alerts on the go. You can find it in the Apple App Store or on Google Play.
Now to the latest on the coronavirus crisis here in Georgia and some brand new numbers that show cases are still climbing less than 24 hours before businesses are set to start reopening. Take a look at the brand new numbers of cases and deaths just released today, and you can see more than 21,000 Georgians are infected. 872 have died. The numbers have gone up consistently since the first case was reported in our state in early March. And despite the growing case count, some businesses will reopen tomorrow. Salons and spas are just hours away from opening their doors for the first time since the coronavirus shutdown. Georgia is one of the first states to take this step. It's a critical step forward. CBS 46 reporter Haley Mason is looking into the guidelines these businesses are now required to follow. Haley.
Rick, we are live outside of the Steve Hightower Salon in Buckhead, where they not only style hair, they do manicures, massages, and even facials. But tomorrow they are changing their guidelines. You'll see this yellow sign on the door where their new mantra is no mask, no service.
There are usually about 20 people working inside the Steve Hightower Salon in Buckhead. Tomorrow there will only be 4.
If we didn't open, they would go somewhere else. So I thought, let me do a soft opening and keep these clients booked far apart.
Hightower says he's lucky to have a salon large enough where he's cleared out most of the furniture and added disinfectants.
And we have disposable gowns for the clients to put on, disposable capes, disposable everything, and even disposable for us to wear. And then we'll all wear, of course, masks and gloves the entire time.
His salon is full service from hair to nails, and he's opening with as much caution as possible.
When they're getting their shampoo bowl, even if they have a mask on, they will be given a towel that is folded to lay across their face and no conversation.
Georgia is one of the first states to open salons and beauty services, and they're asking every owner to do temperature checks with touchless thermometers, ask screening questions about possible illness, limit people inside salons, maintain social distance, and use personal protective equipment, disinfecting between each client.
This decision was so fast, even the state board had to come up with a protocol.
Hightower says it's been hard and costly, but he wants everyone to be safe.
And he tells us that he's not letting his massage therapist start for another month. He's also giving the esthetician a choice. We're looking forward to seeing how they reopen tomorrow safely with clients trusting their measures. Next hour, we talk about restaurants who are still waiting on official guidelines. Reporting live in Buckhead, Haley Mason, CBS 46 News.
Haley, thank you. And today, CNN reporting Governor Brian Kemp told President Trump no when it comes to easing off the restrictions and the reopening of the state, according to close sources. This is after Trump initially praised the actions by Kemp. All of this at the advice of Trump's task force. And here's CBS 46's Rebecca Schramm with how the governor is reacting.
For political observers, this is pretty juicy stuff. A Republican president admonishing a Republican governor. But for some here in Georgia, this is all pretty confusing.
We're trying to do all we can to allow them to start moving back into the workforce in a limited and safe way.
Governor Brian Kemp explained his motivation Wednesday during a telephone conference-styled town hall meeting. He would soon learn President Donald Trump, who initially praised his efforts, was now publicly scolding him for giving the green light for certain businesses that require close contact to reopen and for their customers to return.
I love those people that use all of those things, the spas and the beauty parlors and barber shops, tattoo parlors. I love them. But they can wait a little bit longer, just a little bit, not much, because safety has to predominate. We have to have that. So I told the governor very simply that I disagree with his decision, but he has to do what he thinks is right.
The president's remarks left some supporters confused. Just days before, he had tweeted support for people in Democrat-controlled states who've been rallying for businesses to reopen. Kemp responded to the president's admonishment with a series of tweets making it clear he's not backing down. And this morning, he sent out a reminder of the long list of health and safety protocols businesses must follow if they choose to reopen. In Atlanta, Rebecca Schramm, CBS 46 News.
Rebecca, thank you. Meanwhile, Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms speaking out after someone sent her a racist message over her views on reopening the state. Late last night, Mayor Bottoms shared this text message sent to her phone from what appears to be a State of Georgia email account. It uses the N-word and tells her to shut up and reopen Atlanta. The mayor says she prays for the person who sent it. Coming all up new on CBS 46 News at 6, you can hear from the mayor herself about how the hateful message made her feel. Also, how the group whose name appeared on the message is now responding.
CBS 46 is leading coverage on the coronavirus outbreak with hourly updates on the powerful CBS 46 streaming app and also on our CBS 46 Facebook page. You can join us at the top of every hour for brand new developments on the outbreak and the nation's response to keep it contained. And still ahead on CBS 46, an up-close look at the tornado that destroyed parts of Oklahoma. Take a look at that. It's the very same system that we are tracking as it moves into North Georgia right now. We have video as the storm shredded structures. We will show you the aftermath.
Some people are delaying critical care because of COVID-19 fears. The message from local medical experts.
And brand new information coming from the Storm Prediction Center. An updated look at our tornado risk was at 2% for Metro Atlanta, but because we're expecting to become increasingly unstable, a 5% risk of tornadoes this afternoon and this evening. I'll outline that risk and pinpoint when the strongest storms could arrive.
Thanks for making CBS 46 the fastest growing news in Atlanta.